whenever we plan for a vacations, what we will do? We will make it a plan in well advance so that our trip or vacation will be hassle free and there will be no problem or the difficulties. The same way with the civil engineer, whenever we are the concrete, we need to plan well ahead so that our concrete will be placed accordingly. And with the civil engineer is called concrete workability or workability of the concrete. So what is workability of concrete? What is the factors affecting workability of concrete? What is the best practice and how to measure or how to test the workability? In today's video, I will discuss each and everything about the workability of concrete. So stay tuned until the end to get the full information. And if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload any new video, you will get immediate notification. So today our topics is what is workability. So let's see what is the definition of workability. Workability refers to ease with which concrete can be mixed, placed and finished while maintaining its desired properties. So concrete has the properties and we need to maintain that properties during mixing, placing, finishing, or whenever is the transporting. Sometimes the batching plant or the mixing plant is happen other side, so it has to transport to the side. So during transport also how the concrete will behave, that is measure the workability. Let's give some example. If the concrete becomes stiffy, it cannot be placed at the side or it cannot be compacted, so we will not get the desired property of the concrete. So concrete workability is the how is it can be mixed, transport, placed and finished. So these four things is the concrete operation and how easily it can be happen, that is the measure of the concrete workability. The same way how we plan everything for our vacation or anything in our daily life, so make our life hassle free and easy to move, the same way we also the civil engineer need to plan how we can perform the concrete with the desired workability, so that whatever the properties we mention or we assume that these should be the properties can be achieved, so that it can be the strength, it can be the durability, whatever that can be achieved, that is workability. So these things are what is workability. Let's see what is the factors are affecting the workability. Workability is a factor that it is the main thing how you will place. So whatever the first things that will be water cement ratio. What is water cement ratio? The ratio of water and cement present in the concrete mix. So these are the main vital properties. Why this water and cement react each other, we call it hydration. So this process makes the concrete a hardened paste concrete, so it gives the desired strength and the durability. So this water cement ratio is very crucial. So and this has to be maintained exactly as per the design, so that there will be no excess water or the less water. If there is a less water, the reaction will not happen, the strength will not develop. And if it's the excess water will come out as evaporate from the mix, and there will be a crack or the fridge cycle can also happen, that will also make the concrete crack or less durable. So first things we need to maintain the water cement ratio. Now if the water cement ratio is very less, then there will be, it will be stiffy. We cannot place the concrete or we cannot compact the concrete. So sometimes we can make pour more water so that it can be easily poured, but that is also a problem, because if it is more water, the same thing, the fridge cycle will happen, the concrete will crack, or the evaporation will happen, the concrete will crack. So we need to maintain the desired water cement ratio in order to get the desired concrete, and this will also help to achieve the desired workability. Then the aggregate properties. Yes, aggregate is also raw material. This size, shape and grading or aggregates can affect the workability. Well-graded aggregates with a variety of size tends to enhance workability. So these are also another a factor that are affecting workability, that is the aggregate properties. Then cement type of content. Whatever the cement we are using, that the rapid hardening cement or the sulfate resistant cement, depending on the sulfate, that the properties of sulfate vary. So accordingly, the water cement ratio also varies, and that will affect the workability. Then temperature and humidity. The temperature has effect on the concrete, because concrete is the hydration process itself heat is generating, and this heat in the concrete core and the concrete surface, the heat is generating. And if the difference in between the environmental temperature and the concrete temperature is more than 20 degrees, then it happen that the concrete crack can happen, and concrete can make less durable, or the strength will not be happen. So the temperature and humidity also a great effect on the concrete workability. So if there is a temperature high, the sunlight is there, so what will happen? The water will be evaporate, so there will be the less water inside the mix, and it will affect the durability or the strength. So we need to control the temperature and the humidity of the environment, so that we can achieve the desired workability. Ultimately it will give the strength and the durability. And another thing is chemical admixture. The use of chemical admixtures such as plasticizer and super plasticizer can improve workability by reducing water cement content while maintaining desired consistency. So use of admixture also a property that can affect the concrete workability. The next part is what is the test of workability. Now we need to test the workability. How we will test? There are let's see what is slum requirement, and it is as per IS 456. We have that table, that what is the requirement of slum test. Let's see what's that. See, this is R 456. Table number 7, workability of concrete. Here it is mentioned the blinding concrete C 7.111. Here is 7.1. In very low category of workability where strict control is necessary, for example, pavement quality control or measurement of workability by determination of compacting factor will be more appropriate than slam. So compacting factor we need to mention. So slam will not be the criteria. See here it is mentioned mass concrete lightly reinforced section in slab, that is low degree of workability and 25 to 75 is requirement. Then is a medium degree of workability 50 to 100 or 75 to 100. Then high 100 to 150. And if it is a very high, what is very high? Trimi concrete, the piling concrete we are doing, it's even say 7.1.2. In very high category of workability, measurement of workability by determination of flow will be appropriate. So the flow table test we need to mention measure if it is a high requirement of workability. So these are the slum requirement as per the IS 456 or table number 7. These are the guidelines. But whenever we are doing the concrete mix design, or specification is there, or every project has their own specification and own requirement of workability, depending upon the structure, depending upon the degree of workability. So workability will be varies, and whenever we are doing any type of mixed design, we first need to finalize the what is the degree of workability, what is the slum requirement. So these are the slum requirement as per IS 456. Now what is the test is there? It is as per 1199 part 2 2018. So what is the test is there? Here it is mentioned. See, this is slum test, VV test, compacting factor test, degree of compactability, flow table test, etc. So these are the tests we need to mention. In this code, IS 119 part 2 to 2018, it's purely mentioned what is the slum test, what is the apparatus, whenever you go down. So this is, I wonder if I want to discuss everything about the slum test, VV test, then the video will be more. But next video, I will make what is slum test, how to perform some slum test, and how to perform compacting factor test, everything in detail. So wait for the next video for how to measure the workability at site, that I will make a video for that. Then there is also, see, what is this test result, everything is there. This they are treat metal plate, how measure the measures this slum, everything is there. Then VB consistometer test, everything. So whenever we are making IM consistency or the slum, we need to check as per the 1199 part 2 2008. So slum test, then compacting factor test, VV test, and flow table test. And what is flow table test? The flow table test is determines the flow of spread of concrete which essentials for self-compacting concrete or another application. And what is self-compacting concrete? The self-compacting to compacting concrete is a special type of concrete which need not require any type of compaction. It compacts with its own properties. So there is no need of compaction. It is a thin member or the trimy concrete where compaction is not possible. That area we use this floatable test for the determination of the workability. So slam test, compaction factor test, VB consistometer test, floatable test, and as per 1199 we will make this. These are the tests we need to perform for the workability. And now what is the best practice of workability? See, what is the best practice, how we can ensuring that workability can be achieved at the site. The first thing is proper mix design. Invest time in developing a well-balanced mix design, considering all the factors we discussed earlier. So whatever the factors affecting workability, which I already discussed, that thing we need to consider one by one. And the code has the guideline ISO 10262 that how we will do the mix design. So in the next video or in another video, I will make a video how to do the mix design as per ISO 10262. But in this time, we need to know that in order to achieve the workability, we need to design a proper mix design, well-balanced mix design with the water cement ratio and all. So these things is the factor. Then accurate measurement. It is very much important. See, whatever the instrument we are using, that should be calibrated. Why? Because if it is not calibrated, that the erroneous result will come or the raw material proportion will be the change. So we have make the mix design, the proportion is fixed, and if the same proportion we are not placed at the side or about mixing the concrete, then there is a chances the workability will be the less. And in order to get this, there will be less or workability, durability, and that strength also will be reduced. So accurate measurement or this calibrated instrument is required. Then you use admixture wisely. Employ a chemical admixture if necessary to enhance workability while maintaining the mix integrity. So whenever we are using admixture, it should not affect the concrete properties. Without affecting the concrete properties, if admixture can be used, it is welcome. But if it is affecting the concrete properties, this admixture we will not use. Then control environmental conditions. This temperature and humidity is a huge impact on the concrete. So whenever we are doing the concrete, that time we need to take precaution about the concrete condition, that is the temperature and humidity, as I earlier discussed, that how it will affect on the concrete workability and concrete properties. So whenever we are doing the concrete, we need to take care about the environmental condition. Then regular testings. So see how we will test the workability or the slam test. Whenever the concrete is prepared, that time you need to take the slam and the temperature, because the temperature is also a very crucial for the concrete stability and the concrete structure. So for immediately after the mixing, we need to take the slam and the temperature. If it is as per the requirement, okay, we can say go ahead. Then whenever it coming at the site, maybe it coming at the site after 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, at the time of 30 minutes, we need to take the again the slam and the temperature. And again in the at 60 minutes from the concrete mixing, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes, every half an hour we need to take the slam test and the concrete temperature to ensure that the workability is intact or workability in within the range. Why? Because if it is not within the range, then our concrete properties will be affected. Maybe we will not get the desired strength or the durability can be deteriorated. So these things we need to take care. 0 minute, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes, we need to take the slam test. So regular testing is required. So these are all about the concrete workability and concrete workability best practice and the test and the factors what is affecting the concrete durability. I hope I covered everything, and if you are enjoying this, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. And I'm waiting for your valuable feedback so that from your feedback, everyone can be benefited. And if you want to know anything new about the concrete construction procedure or the quality control procedure, please let me know in the comment section. I will come with the more content. And thank you once again for watching me.